Hello, my Cosmic Healing Tribe. Welcome to the Tarot report and reading for the new moon in Aquarius that is happening on February 11th, 2021. I am Oshunsmirror. If this is your first time here, welcome to the Cosmic Healing Tribe. I am a tarot reader, an energy worker, and a metaphysical coach. In this space, I use tarot, I use astrology, energy systems, and what my spirit guides tell me to help facilitate healing and elevation of the individual in the collective. I do not do traditional readings, so if you're looking for a love tarot reading, this isn't the place. However, there are amazing tarot readers who do focus on that type of work, but here, I like to help people use energy for their own self-love. It's cool. Everybody where they are, it is the age of Aquarius. So let's get into it. I did pull an oracle card for the collective. I will be using the tarot to find out 3 advice questions or 3 advice statements that the universe has for us. I did pre-shuffle my tarot cards. I am going to be using the tarot cards to ask the spirit to give us 3 advices, 3 things that spirit wants us to focus on so that we can fully unlock the healing potential of this new moon in Aquarius. I also did pull an oracle card. I will tell you guys what it is, and this will set the overall energy of what universe is calling us to do. If you are interested in learning more about the aspects of this new moon in Aquarius, I have uploaded a separate video where I go over the energies of this new moon in Aquarius, the aspects that are in the new moon, and the healing opportunities that you can build into your day-to-day life to have a full manifestation of this very intense transit. So, this new moon in Aquarius is being supported overall by 6 planets. There are 6 planets in the house of Aquarius. So, it's going to be heavy, it's going to be real, and it's going to get to the root of the matter. The oracle card that we received from the Isis Oracle deck is so important. It is the scales of balance. I love this card. And I'm going to read the excerpt to you. So the scales of balance is this. You are in the process of sacred relationship healing of the divine masculine and the divine feminine within your own soul. It is the advanced spiritual path of the Tantra. It is the connections of the body and soul. This is the effect of a deep inner relationship of healing that leads to genuine enlightenment of the body and the mind. The body becomes a living sacred temple of light, energy, and wild aliveness. The embodiment can be experienced in movement, in deep stillness, in vitality and quietness. Now, the reference to the path of the Tantra, in our society, yes, we do know about Tantra, but we don't really know about Tantra. Tantra is not just about sex, right? It is a reference to the ability to generate and to connect with energies within your own bodies and with other people through acts of physical touch, mental touch, of being. Now, it's so important that this is the card that came out, that Scales of Balance has come out under this new moon in Aquarius, because the energy of this new moon in Aquarius is inviting all of us to move beyond labels of sexuality, of gender, and to tap into the fact that we are all complex, we are all cosmic, that every person has a masculine and a feminine energy, that we are all able to tap into the archetypes of the divine masculine and the divine feminine to heal ourselves, to connect to our own divinity, and to express and recreate the collective experience through our day-to-day life and the people that we are blessed to encounter. Now, this card in particular focuses on the feminine aspect, where this card calls for you to allow yourself to bring your mind into your body and your body into mind. There is an encouragement of dance, of movement, of nurturing the divine feminine by focusing on your self-care, by allowing yourself to engage in slow movement, to bring in the breath, and also by default, because where there's one, there's the other. The divine masculine energy of setting your boundaries and making sure that you're saying, nah, you know what? I need to make time to honor my divine feminine, so I can't see you tonight, right? Allowing yourself to step into the flow of what is going to bring you the most healing, what gives you the most security, what allows you to grow deeper roots and have a taller tree of life. Now, there also is an intense call, and I've been seeing it in all of my meditations around this new moon in Aquarius energy. And quite frankly, for the collective, my spirit guides has been speaking to me a lot about how this is a year where the root chakra is so important, where we go into ourselves and allow ourselves to heal from generational traumas and the sense of what is value and if we can have tribe. But as I'm saying this, I hear them saying you're going to have to do a root chakra video. So that will come out in more detail about how I use the energies of the stars and of the universe to heal the root chakra. But regardless, right now, you are invited to connect with your roots, to connect with your body, to connect with the divine relationship of taking the time to nurture your authentic vibration. It is such a powerful energy. We are in the age of Aquarius, and the age of Aquarius is going to be, especially the transition is going to be work, right? We often reference astrologers and historians. We reference that the age of Aquarius aligns with the Renaissance. But before we got to the Renaissance, we had to get out of the Dark Ages, and that wasn't easy, right? So that is on a collective level, that's where we're at, right? We're at that doorway between the Dark Ages, right, and the Renaissance of the collective with who we are and what we are now. And what's so vital to this new moon in Aquarius is that you do take the time to nurture who you are feeling from the universe about who and what you are, and to love that person, right? To love that person in the process. So as my spirit guides, I ask that you give me 3 cards of advice for the collective for them to tap into and use during the new moon in Aquarius and for the next 30 days until the next new moon. And the remembrance and acknowledgement that all time is fluid, that if a person is seeing this and it's not on the new moon in Aquarius, that I get to lovingly remind you that time is fluid, and whenever you see this, it is the right time and can be used for you in the way that your spirit leads you to do so. Spirit 3 advice cards for the Cosmic Healing Tribe. And if you're seeing this, you are a member of the Cosmic Healing Tribe. As I'm shuffling, I'm hearing Spirit say, give yourself time. This new moon in Aquarius does have aspects with Saturn square Uranus, which means that it is, and because it is Aquarius, that it's going to require you to go against the grain or go against what you're used to doing. The square to Mars also does indicate that there are going to have to be changes in your actions and how you think, and that's going to be uncomfortable, but Spirit is saying to give yourself time. Especially when you're healing matters of the root chakra, it's so generational and it's so deep that you are clearing away weeds to plant seeds. They're showing me the collective finding the richness in their own body and their own spirits, which is very much Uranus and Taurus, right? That energy of allowing yourself to see value where you didn't see value before, or to shift where you place value externally into an internal space, because you are your first treasure. As far as the universe is concerned, every person is a treasure. Thank you, Spirit. Come through. Thank you. So the first card that we get is the Page of Pentacles. So the first advice that the universe is giving us, I will be also putting up a picture of the cards so that you guys can refer to them after or during the reading. is the Page of Pentacles. So when the Page of Pentacles comes up, it's saying let yourself put up the work. Let yourself take the time to learn the work. The page is the beginning, right? This is the energy of youth, of exploration, of I don't know much about this yet, but I know that I want to get to know about this. And the Pentacles does point to the earth energies of Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So this is a very physical new moon, right? Even though it is an Aquarian energy, and Aquarius is an air energy, this thought, the process, the system, the energy system, right, leads to action. So what's going to be very important is that the universe is saying to us, get up and do something, right? Let yourself get up and do something towards your healing, towards the goal. If it is, and above all, even if it's, they're showing me to put the value in the small steps, right? Let there be building blocks to the work that you're doing. The Page of Pentacles isn't a king, it's not a queen yet, right? It's not an expert in the field, but it can be with time, right? So let yourself play, let yourself have that exploration, let yourself have that practice of whatever it is you want to do. You want to dance? Listen, get up for 5 minutes and wiggle, honey. That is better than sitting there dreaming about how you can be a dancer, because the truth is that especially with this new moon in Aquarius, that we are all getting downloads about our divinity, about the mission, about where we're being aligned and where we're being called to in spirit. People are, even I know for a fact as an astrologer, as an oracle worker, as an energy healer, that everybody in some way, even if they don't speak of it, is hearing a whisper of spirit. Now that whisper of spirit is reading you. Okay, it's reading you the filth. And that's because it's Saturn and the ancestors, and it's fair. Okay, here you are, all divine and full of possibility, and yeah, a little bit chaotic and sometimes unsure, but you are a divine energy portal. You're cosmic. If you weren't important, there wouldn't be somebody or something trying to break you. If your energy or your spirit was invaluable, there wouldn't be somebody or something trying to suck it from you. Somebody needed to hear that. So check yourself out. Get into that Page of Pentacle energy and say, well, what do I have inside of me? And what is it that I can make? And how many ways can I make it? Allow yourself to get playful with your own energy, with your time, with what is inside of you. Thank you, Spirit. The second advice card is the Moon Reverse. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. So the Moon Reverse is an intense energy, and I gotta call a thing, right? When the Moon Reverse comes out, the Moon Reverse indicates that we are being called to really heal our shadow, right? To acknowledge and see that the parts of us where we have vilified or denied who we are or what we felt through our own programming and experiences from other people have led to our suppression of emotional energy. And suppression of emotional energy does lead to physical manifestations. It leads to physical manifestations in the type of relationships that you have, into how you allow yourself or do not allow yourself to have what you want to have, right? So this is that energy of addiction. This is the energy of illusion. This is the energy of separation. Remember, the sun and the moon are conjunct under this new moon in Aquarius. We, through this whole age of Aquarius, are being invited to, and called out for, where we have or have not done the work to express and have authentic alignment of that divine masculine, of the divine feminine, of what is fluid in us, what is unusual, what we really feel, right? So this new moon in Aquarius with this moon reverse is saying connect with other people, get help about what has happened to you, because we all have trauma and your trauma is valid. In fact, the process of working and healing your trauma is going to lead you to yourself and will give you an angle, a perspective, a voice that is necessary for other people who are going to be healing or are healing from what is being called for you to integrate, right? And that even in the darkest phases of the moon, there is a great power. I said in the aspects video that this new moon does very much have energetically the quality of a full moon. That there is a completion, there is an ending of a disconnection from yourself, especially with considering that what the Oracle card said. And I invite you in one way or another to end the separation of your divine masculine and feminine, to allow yourself to connect with the flow of energies that exist within you, where you are going to get all of you, because all of you matters. And those deep tides still have some deep treasures. And the third card that is coming out is the Page of Swords reverse. So when the Page of Swords reverse comes up, it's saying that you need to stop thinking in a way about things in a way, right? The Page of Swords, it indicates that air quality of Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, which lets know right now we have the North Node, which is also involved in this new moon in Aquarius. It's trining the new moon in Gemini, right? So there is this collective call of release going towards your new tribe. And to do so, you have to release your philosophy and ideas that is represented in the house of Sagittarius, where the South Node is right now. So we add to the fact that Aquarian energy is an air energy. It does have Saturn, where Saturn is saying, listen, this thought process, this idea, this modality doesn't work. Jupiter's in the mix being like, yeah, listen, we can't keep thinking this way, okay? It's just gonna keep expanding in a way that we want, and will bring about a manifestation we want to multiply or not. The Page of Swords reverse says, listen, let yourself under this new moon in Aquarius, and this is where that kind of full moon energy comes in, say that thought process, even though at one point I used it, and there are many reasons for why I used it, it no longer works for me. Allowing yourself, especially, thank you guys, this also, remember, we have Mercury retrograde happening right now. So overall, there is this energy of reviewing, rearranging, reconsidering, redesigning, rewiring how you communicate with yourself and other people. And this is Mercury that's in Aquarius. So rewiring and rearranging how you are speaking to yourself with your associations, or the possibilities of the people that you can associate with, or being honest about the fact that some of the people you're associating with, maybe you shouldn't be associating with them, right? Or, and even more so, right, because it is Mercury retrograde energy, instead of like calling your ex, let's go back and talk about the communications and the patterns and the energies and thoughts that led to that relationship, right? This is the Age of Aquarius is really about bringing it in. Right? It's about coming into that space where, okay, but I can think differently, and I can act differently, and I can transmute energy because I'm cosmic, and therefore I can create something new. And so this is really so beautifully reflective of what this new moon in Aquarius is offering to all of us, saying you don't have to be like anybody else, because the universe never intended you to be. And guess what? The universe has a plan for you that will include you being provided for, being with people that make you happy, you're healing, going through challenges, right? But also learning how powerful you all are through the process of healing. The two clarity cards that I asked Spirit for that came out is the Knight of Cups, beautiful, and the Star card, because they are beautifully snarky. The Star card is literally the card of Aquarius. Beautiful. So the Knight of Cups says, let yourself go out there and practice these new feelings, these new emotions. Allow yourself to emotionally dedicate and work out and heal through your actions your new desires, the things you're working on, that Page of Pentacles energy of to allow yourself to lead and to create paths of communication, to integrate your emotional shadow that's represented in the moon reverse, and also to allow yourself to emotionally invest and try out and practice new forms of communication and thinking that is represented within that Page of Swords reverse. You see, my favorite part about the universe, especially about astrology, that at the end of the day, it's an equation. It is an energetic equation. It is a math equation that follows the laws of energy, which we all have a right to use. You are literally made of stardust. So the Knight of Cups is saying, let yourself feel that. Let yourself check that out. Let yourself try that out. Let yourself, especially with the Star card coming up, practice the shine, right? Practice your own individual balance. The Star card is that divine part of you that is a little bit of land, a little bit of water, and a whole lot of pour. That you allow yourself to go into a fluid flow of energy. That it's not going to, and it never will be, all one thing. And that's beautiful, because you do not have to be, and aren't expected to, and quite frankly, never were, to be one thing. You are infinite. You are capable. You are divine. And yes, there will be opposition. That is, again, a law of the universe. But another law of the universe that you should never forget is that you have a divine right to invoke your cosmic sovereignty. And that through your day-to-day actions, you can. And yeah, it's a matter of time. But remember, time's happening anyway. You might as well use it. If you would like to work with me and see more of what we can do together to manifest your divine healing, you can email me at my email below. If you would like to receive an Aquarius Pour Tarot report, you can email me below. I love all of you guys so much. Don't forget you're cosmic. Love you. Bye.